Welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League. The Outlaws facing off in the second of a two-game set against the Pythons here. A battle for the division lead as the Pythons are currently a half game over us, but the Outlaws with an amazing walk-off finish. Justice Cologne with a tear lately as she went 3 for 3 in this last game, putting the Pythons away to end the game. And we're hoping to take that momentum, carry us through another win against this team, a team that has led the division for pretty much the entire season so far. We have 3 games left to play, all against division opponents, all against people that are or teams that are competing for the playoffs right now. So this is not an easy stretch, but we have to look at it one game at a time. And the first game that we have in this 3 game stretch is against the Pythons. So last time we left off, we did some development. We also did a few roster moves. So we've been making a lot of changes recently. Mohammed Holmes is getting released, replacing him with Lily Dubs, who has not pitched well this year, but we are going to give her the start against the Pythons as Mohammed Holmes completely blew up against the Pythons in our first game of this against them this year. We also opted to replace Pavlik Kirk with young Ramon Lee. He's 26. He's a B plus. He has maxed out consistent, which usually is a good thing. But after we signed him, we found out that he's currently in Tense Mojo. So we have to wait until he gets released from that mojo to try and get him in a place to be effective for us. So unfortunately, that means that while we are currently way overpaying him, he is going to have to sit on the bench for this first game. Now, I did set the lineup before we left the last game, and we will have Dalton Babshishin in center leading off, followed by Braden Sorelli, who has struggled a bit recently, so we're dropping him one spot in the order, seeing if that can help him out a little bit. Rock Quintana had a bit of a quiet game. He was on fire. He's now locked in, and he'll still stay in the 3 spot, followed by Jerry Love, who did hit a big home run. He's currently locked in as well. Justice Cologne, not sure how she's not locked in after that huge walk-off home run to win the game. She gets bumped all the way up to the 5 spot. I don't know if this is a mistake. I am hoping that this decision is rewarding her for her success lately, and I hope that she pays us off for that. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. Giovanni Mays, after taking a day off, will get the start at catcher in the 6th spot. He actually came in for a pinch hit single in the 6th inning to help lead to that big win for the Outlaws. Glass Snyder will get a start at third base once again in the 7th spot, followed by Rafael Yuppers, who did not get a good look in his first time out against the Pythons. A pretty ugly game for him. And then Fernanda Branch, who has not been playing well. I thought we were going to sit her in replace of Ramon Lee, but she ends up getting the start here since Ramon is tense right now. She got a day off from her being tense, and hopefully she is ready to step up today. She's had a few of those big games this year, but hopefully this is going to be one of them. Lily Dubs gets the start, hoping that she can figure out a way to use that Elite Four seam along with the higher junk attribute that she has with her 3 junk pitches. We'll see how that all plays out. It's time for us to get into this one, so we'll get started. We're heading to a night half of the doubleheader against the Pythons here at Tiger Den. Day game followed by night game, and we'll see if we can keep the momentum going here. We have a big game against the Pythons that we have to face off, and does Lily Dubs have what it takes to take the mound and hold this Python offense at bay? They're going to lead things off, changing things up a bit with Zuri Herman, who got a home run in the last game. She's locked in. She's going to be facing off against Dubs, who leads things off with a big curveball for a ball, followed by a strike that's fouled back. And another fastball. So now 1-2. Lily Dubs gets him chasing. Giovanni Mays tosses over to Cologne for out number 1. So leading things off with a strikeout. And Dubs looking good. Herman drops from locked into neutral mojo. Big pop up there, and that's going to get out of play. Chambers swings at the first pitch, takes ball 2, or takes second pitch for a ball, excuse me, gosh, and then grounds out to the Cologne for out number 3. My God, what am I doing? Out number 2. Jamie Healthy did not pitch or play in the last game, gets the start here in the 3 spot, hits the ball hard, but right to Cologne, who steps on the bag for out number 3 in a 1-2-3 inning for Lily Dubs to start things off against the Pythons. And now we get our chance, as we are going to be facing off against, I believe her name is Nash. It is Jamie Nash, who has pitched very well this year. 1.29 ERA. Facing off against Bab Shishin, who swings right through that one. Only 4 strikeouts for for Nash here. I'm getting names all messed up. Jamie, a 1.14 whip though. Takes ball 2 low, so 2-2. Bab Shishin hits that ball hard to right field, but not hard enough. It hangs up, and Buffums, who's locked in, gets over easily, catching that for out number 1. Leadoff hitter goes down, and now here comes Braden Sorelli. 523 on the year, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, and swinging at the first pitch goes right back to Nash, tosses to Healthy for out number 2. And now here comes Rock Quintana. 476 with 7 home runs and 11 RBIs, maxed out off-speed hitter. And Nash has 3 off-speed pitches, a curve, a fork, and a changeup to go with a four-seam fastball. That ball's going to get over the first baseman's head into right field. Buffums gets to it, but it is a single with 2 outs for Rock Quintana, keeping his hot streak going. Here comes Jerry Love, the fastball hitter now, who's locked in, looking to find that four-seam in a good spot so he can drive it. See if we can get some noise happening here in the first inning. There's the fastball, but takes it for a strike. And the off-speed drops in for another strike. 1-2 count with 2 outs. And it makes just enough contact, but it's going to be an easy play for Avery, tossing across the diamond for out number 3. So Jerry Love grounds out to end the inning, and 1 hit from Rock Quintana is all we can do. The number 4 hitter, Aiden Heaves, led off the last game with a home run, and looking to do some damage here against Lily. Dubs gets the swinging strike there for strike 1, and that ground ball to Rock Quintana, making the play. Quick recovery from him as he dives up the middle, knocks it down, gets up very quickly, and is able to throw out the runner going to first. And it is a 4-3 out for out number 1 in the second inning here. Now Buffum's coming in, locked in. 3-0 to start this at bat. And a pitch right down the middle, and he just missed that one as it grounds straight to Quintana for out number 2. And now Marcel Hornblower, who I believe got 1 base hit in the last game, now comes up, 161 average, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, takes strike 1, swings at strike 2, pulls it foul, so 0-2 now. Dubs with the put-away pitch, and he pulls it foul, just making contact. And strike 1, or ball 1 inside. And tried to get him to chase there, but nothing going. Full count now, 3 straight balls, and that ball in the zone sent right back up the middle. Bab Shishin scoops it up for a single with 2 outs. Could have been worse with a full count there. And Cannon Avery is juiced right now, so the 200 hitter on the year in the 7th spot today, looking to see if he can get his season sparked. As he takes a curveball, drops into the zone. A foul ball on the outside part of the plate. 0-2 count here. And takes strike 3. Froze him. Lily Dubs with a nice inning there. Once again, she gives up 1 base hit with 2 outs, but then gets the strikeout to end the inning. So no momentum going for the Pythons. And it is still 0-0 here in the bottom of the second for Justice Cologne. If you recall, big hitter there, came up huge with a game winner, and she hits that ball hard, but right to Herman at second, over to Healthy for out number 1. So we moved her up in the order, and she promptly grounds out. So we'll see if we'll give her the rest of the game here, but not a good start for her. Giovanni Mays got the day off, got a base hit on a pitch hit single in the 6th inning, but he's down 0-2 here and hits that ball hard. Terrell scoops it up and is able to get, Giovanni Mays gets injured running to first base on the ground out. And we'll see what that is, how severe it might be. And it looks like a pulled hammy for Giovanni Mays. And if you recall, Alex Hernandez got the start last time. He's currently tense. So we'll see how bad that injury is for Giovanni Mays. I hope at the very worst he's strained. Back to this at bat here, 2-2 for Glass Snyder. And he takes strike 3 on the off-speed pitch that drops into the zone for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Nash against the Outlaws, and we're still quiet going into the top of the 3rd. Slew Connolly comes up, 154 average for him. He was quiet in the first game. Swinging fouls back for a strike, followed by a ball. Ball 2 now, 2-1. Lily Dubs gets the foul there, and that's now 2-2. And pops that one up. It's going to stay in play, and Giovanni Mays is still toughing it out. He's currently weak, so that one hurt him quite a bit. He's toughing it out with a pulled hammy, which is even worse for a catcher behind the plate like that, but we'll see what he can do. Now we have Isaiah Terrell coming up. 1-1 count here with 1 out. Takes strike 2 as well. And Lily Dubs, who's locked in, 2-2 count, and gets the really late swinging strike. Her elite four-seam fastball completely fooled Terrell as he swung through that one way after the ball had already reached the glove. And now here comes number 1 hitter Zuri Herman, who struck out her first time up, if I recall correctly. 1-1 here with 2 outs, and hits that ball off-speed pitch hard to left field, and it's going to get over that wall into left field seats there for a solo shot for Zuri Herman. 368 for her 5th home run of the season. Her mojo's back to the locked in. Lily Dubs made a mistake there, and it is now a 1-0 ball game for the Pythons. And Elena Chambers is going to look to keep that going for the Pythons, and Lily Dubs back to neutral mojo, seeing if she can figure something out. Base hit keeps the inning alive for the Pythons, as they're now 2 outs, runner on first for the number 3 hitter, Jamie Healthy, who's tense. 194 average, 1 RBI on the season. Her contact is abysmal, but she has really great power rating here. Lily Dubs trying to get out of the inning, and she is already tired here. And you can see the arm of Giovanni Mays behind the plate there is off. 3-1 count here. Healthy fouls that one back. Full count, runners going on the pitch here with 2 outs. And foul ball. We'll do it again. And the runner goes again, and another foul backwards. Just missed that one. Runner goes once again, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Babshishin gets it in quickly. No speed over there on the base pad, so it's just going to be 1 base ahead for the Pythons. But 2 outs, the inning is still alive. And now we see Aiden Heaves, who has the power to make something happen here with that Tier 3 bad ball hitter. And we're going to be very careful, Lily, here. 50th pitch on the way is a ball. 1-1 count here. Ball too low. And that ball is going to go foul for a 2-2 count with 2 outs. And dribbler over to third base. Glass Snyder tosses across for out number 3 and is able to get out of it after the 2-out solo shot from Zuri Herman. And Lily Dubs is able to manage to get out of that inning, which was very scary. But now we head into the bottom of the 3rd. I think Lily Dubs might be done, and Giovanni Mays might have to be done here in a little bit, as Rafael Yuppers takes 2 strikes before shattering his bat and popping it straight up near the first base foul line, and Nash catches that for out number 1. Fernanda Branch getting her first at-bat of the day. She has not been doing great, but she's had her moments. She takes ball 1 and ball 2. Jamie Nash is locked in. Fouls back there, 2-1. Takes ball 3. Good eye from Branch. 3-1 count here. Takes a strike, missing the opportunity to take advantage of that 3-1 hitters count. And with a full count, that ball gets out of play. We'll do it again. And that ball dropped right into the zone. Just missed it, Branch did. 3-2 still. And hits that ball back up the middle, but Zuri Herman is able to scoop it, backhand it, toss it over to first. And somehow Fernanda Branch is now in tense mojo after grounding out there. This team right now is falling apart as everyone's either tense or injured. Hard hit ball from Babshishin. That ball is going to hang up and bounce off the wall. Hornblower plays it perfectly, and that's just in time in second base to slide underneath the tag. That was way too close, but a leadoff double. Or I'm sorry, a double from the leadoff man. Babshishin at second base with 2 outs. Sorelli, this is our time to see you make something happen. They check on the runner at second base. Good arm behind the plate, so it'll be a risk to try and steal. That's called a strike, so 1-1. Nash still locked in. And Sorelli pops it up, a ball that he could have drove, but he got underneath it, and that's out number 3. A 2-out double from Babshishin, but nothing comes of it as that ball dropped off the top of the wall in center field. A little bit more power from Babshishin, and that ball is probably out of here. Buffums comes up, and Lily Dubs is still going to stay out there. She gets the chasing strike for 1. Ball on the second pitch of the at-bat, and that ball hit right to Quintana at second base for out number 1. Right there in the middle of the zone, but he missed it. Hornblower 1-for-1 today comes up once again. Lily Dubs trying to see if she can stretch out a 4th inning here. We'll see what she's able to do. 0-2 count to Hornblower, and he makes just enough contact to pull that foul. Takes a ball high. And there it is. They called it a strike in the bottom corner of the zone on the inside part, and Hornblower's pissed, but he walks back to the dugout. And that is that's a strikeout, and Lily Dubs gets pulled. 3 2/3 innings for her. I'm okay with that. Gave up 1 home run, a solo shot to Herman, and now Kenneth Donovan, who pitched the last game, comes up once again. A 1-2 count against the the juiced, I believe that was, I forgot who it was, Avery, the third baseman. But he hits the ball hard, and it flies out to right center field for a 1-2-3 inning. So Rock Quintana comes up. The number 3 hitter is still locked in. He got a single his last time up. Looking to see if he can find something he can drive to maybe tie this game up. Nash trying to be very careful here. She's still locked in. And she's looking at a 2-0 count where she gets him to pop up to second base. And for some reason, they traded places. The first baseman goes over to catch it, and the second baseman goes over to first to cover the bag, which is super bizarre. But here comes Jerry Love with 1 out. Fastball hitter looking for that 1 pitch. Takes an outside pitch for a ball. And there's an off-speed pitch high for a ball. So 2-0 count, and there's the off-speed changeup for a strike. And there's another, that one being a curveball. And that one off the end of the bat goes to Terrell, over to first for out number 2. Justice, who grounded out to second base her first time up, 0-for-1 here today, batting .359 now on the year. Swings at the first pitch and just misses it, pops foul. And the second pitch is going to get past the third baseman, and she's got the speed to leg out the infield single. Nice play from Terrell there in the hole between third and short, but not a strong enough arm to get it across the diamond in time. And now we have good speed on first. They immediately check on the runner. Nash is distracted here, but again, good arm behind the plate, so a risk here to try and steal. Giovanni Mays injured, dribbles that one. Connolly easily able to get that one over to first for out number 3. And Giovanni Mays, I don't know how long we let him stay in this one. I think he needs to get out as quickly as possible after the hamstring injury has affected him. Slew Connolly comes up 0-for-1 today in the top of the 5th and immediately swings at a pitch, but way ahead of it. And Donovan, I do not think should be in this game for very long. get him out of here. 0-2 count, takes the ball 1 low, and swings at that one, and it's going to stay foul, and it's a 1-2 count once again, and there's a ball outside. 2-2, pulls that one foul. And there's strike 3. They say it caught the corner, and the called strike 3 for Slew Connolly. He has to go back to the dugout, and now here comes Isaiah Terrell. 0 for 1 today, and thankfully we bring in Jacoby Maddox to replace Kenneth Donovan. Jacoby Maddox is locked in, almost full stamina here. Takes 2 strikes in a row, and K Collector activates immediately. And there it is, strike 3. And that one just caught the bottom of the zone, and that's another called third strike for the Pythons, who has to go sit down once again as Terrell. And now here comes Zuri Herman, who has been a outlaw killer in this 2-game set so far, as she has hit 2 home runs. And she almost made it a third one, but swung way ahead of that one. 1-1 count with 1 out, and grounds over to Cologne, who tosses it to Maddox for out number 3, and Herman drops back down to neutral mojo. But it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Outlaws, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. 6 outs left to work with, and we're only losing by 1 right now. So Glass Snyder, it's your turn to see what you can do. 0 for 1 today. Again, maxed out outside pitch trait here for Snyder. And he swings at 1, but he's going to be way late, and it goes foul. 0-1. Takes a ball high, just missed the top of the zone. And that ball, hanging fork ball, it looked like, and it's going to be a bloop behind second base, easily caught for out number 1. Rafael Yuppers looking to see if he can do something for the Outlaws, as he's been signed, but has he done nothing yet of any consequence for the team, unfortunately. And he's down 0-2 already against Nash, and makes contact there, pulls it foul. Takes a ball low. Swings foolishly at that pitch. Strike 3. Nash is pumped. Fernanda Branch comes up. She's tense right now. 0 for 1 today. High pressure situation here. 2 outs. Takes strike 1. Ball 1 low. Nash still locked in. 1-2 count here. 63rd pitch for Nash here. And it's a ball low. 2-2 now. Branch looking for something she can make contact with, and she does, and she sends that back up the middle, so a 2-out single for Fernanda Branch at the bottom of the order. Wraps it around, she's back to neutral, and now we will see Dalton Babshishin, who was 1 for 2 with a with a double today, and a max pressure situation. He's going to see if he can keep things going. Rocco Frost comes in for Jamie Nash. Rocco 1 pitch and lost the game against the Outlaws last time. And we'll see what he can do here. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Takes a strike 2. And hits that ball hard right at Hornblower in center field for out number 3. Babshishin barreled the ball up, but didn't get enough height on it or on top of it enough. And it was an easy out for Hornblower. So we head to the top of the 6th now. We're going 2-3-4 hitters for the Pythons against locked-in Jacoby Maddox. Hopefully we can make this a quick inning for Maddox so that we can get back out to the batter's box and see if we can get a hit. 1-2 count. K Collector activates for Maddox and fouls that one off as Chambers is able to stay alive. And then swings through that one late for strike 3. Maddox getting another strikeout. Now facing off against Jamie Healthy, 1 for 2 with a single. And a high-pressure situation here. I don't know how it's not maxed out. Takes ball 1. Ball 2 just missed the bottom of the zone. And that ball dropped into the zone, but pulled foul. And another foul, so now 2-2. K Collector activates once again for Jacoby. And that ball hit very hard, but she got underneath it and way ahead of it. Pulls it well foul. And then that one goes to Cologne, who is able to get enough speed to run over to first and step on it for out number 2. And Healthy drops to tense mojo. And now Aiden Heaves comes up, also tense. 0 for 2 today. Max pressure. First pitch strike. Bad ball hitter activated here. Got to be careful. Takes a ball low. Strike drops into the zone. Now locked in K Collector coming in for Jacoby Maddox. And that ball, he got underneath it. It's going to hang up in right center field. Sorelli calling him off, catching that for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Jacoby Maddox. And the pitching has done their job in this one, as they only gave up 4 hits and 1 run. And now it's up to our 2, 3, 4 hitters in the bottom of the 6th here to see if we can pull out the win. Jamie Healthy comes out. Jamari Gates comes in, who's locked in. High pressure situation for Sorelli. And a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, followed by an 81-mile-an-hour, was that a slider? Curveball. 3-0 count. Sorelli takes ball 4. 4 pitches, and Rocco can't believe it. 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And our tying run is on first. Our winning run is on, or at the plate right now in the form of Rock Quintana, locked in, off-speed hitter activated, swings at a fastball, makes enough contact to go foul. Takes a fastball outside for a ball. Oh my goodness. Pulls that one foul, and it's a 1-2 count for Rock Quintana. And hits that ball hard to right field. It's tailing away from the right fielder. It gets to the wall. Buffums comes up. He's able to throw it in to hold the runner at third base. And Rock Quintana sliding into second base on the throw home. And he's able to turn it into a double. And now the winning run on second base. The tying run at first with no outs. Jerry Love comes up, fastball hitter activated here, and he hits that one. That's the game winner, folks. He hits an off-speed pitch, and Rocco loses another game, another blown save for the Pythons, and the Outlaws win in walk-off fashion. Jerry Love coming up huge with a single to right center field, a 2-run walk-off single in the bottom of the 6th, and it is a 2-1 win for the Outlaws. We swept the Pythons in this doubleheader. Oh my God. The Tiger Den is completely roaring right now as everyone is standing here just completely losing their minds as they are celebrating 2 walk-off wins for the Outlaws against the Pythons. What an intense set of games here. The Pythons get 1 run on the Herman home run, a solo shot in the 3rd inning, and then the Outlaws, no offense whatsoever until they get to the 6th inning and score 2. So we look over the Pythons, and really their production just came from Herman there. Couple of hits scattered through, but really not much to talk about for that Pythons offense. Great job from the Outlaws pitching staff. For the Outlaws, Babshishin with a double. That was about all he did here today, and it didn't amount to anything. Sorelli did get on base on that walk in the 6th inning and ended up scoring the tying run. Rock Quintana went 2 for 3, scoring the game-winning run. Jerry Love with that RBI single was all he needed, a 2-run RBI single, and that was it to win the game. Colon with a hit and Fernanda Branch with a hit, and that's all that you see for our offense, unfortunately, in this one. Pitching was really great from both sides, as Jamie Nash went 4 2/3, giving up 4 hits and striking out 2. Her ERA drops down to 0.77, which is just absolutely insane. Rocco Frost, another blown save for him as he comes in and cannot close the door. 1/3 of an inning, he gives up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and walks 1. Just a tough stretch for him as he gets the loss. For us, Lily Dubs, in her first appearance with the team, goes 3 2/3. She did give up the solo shot, giving up 4 hits along with that home run, and striking out 4, which is pretty nice. Kenneth Donovan came in. He was a little bit gassed, but he was able to get 2 extra outs, one of a strikeout, and then Jacoby Maddox, who else but him, 1 2/3 innings, striking out 2, not allowing a base runner, and just an incredible performance from these Outlaws. When we needed them the most, they showed up big, and it looks like they're going to give the number 1 star to Jamie Nash. They're going to give the number 2 to Zuri Herman, and Rock Quintana gets the number 3. Honestly, I don't agree with this. I mean, at the very least, put Jerry Love in the 3 spot instead of Rock, but either way, what a game. Oh my gosh, I'm standing here. What an exciting way for us to get to the end. And here we go again. We have to face off against Jacoby Maddox and Rock Quintana for another manager moment. Luckily, this one is all about plus loyalty, so we're going to give Rock the plus 20 here. Jacoby Maddox definitely earned it. and I wish that I could give them both that, but it just can't happen right now. Who is going to lose loyalty? We're going to say Ramon just because he hasn't even had a chance to do anything yet, and Bev Shishin is still a core piece of this team. So, oh my gosh, it has been crazy. This has been such an last two games have been absolutely crazy. Just to give you some insight on the back end, I recorded these back to back. The last game against the Pythons and this one, so just energy level. I am exhausted. What happened since the last since our game ended? Well, Kenneth Donovan lost 3 velocity, which doesn't seem fair. Alfredo Levine did get +7 power. The 30-year-old is developing a little bit. It doesn't really mean much as he's not known for his power, even though he has had a couple of big home runs this year. Rock Quintana, a more development, power and speed. I'll take that every time I can. Alfredo Levine with a chance for some development. I'm going to pass on that. Kenneth Donovan with +3 accuracy. I actually might do that just because we'll give him what he can get. Liliana Fowler gets signed by the Burglars, replacing Jack Cardenas, and I don't think Jack is somebody we'd be interested in. Let's see. Ellis Cantrell gets signed by the Maulers, replacing Braden Alfaro. That's a not look good looking player. And then Glass Snyder with a chance for some development too. I don't think it's a good idea for the 36-year-old to get some development. So Jerry Love, maybe you do get rewarded for your good your walk-off win against our division opponent and the division leader. I don't know if that's a good idea because right now we're at 9.3 million in surplus, so I think we really need to be a little bit more tight on our spending. As we move through these, I think the only one we look to get is, I mean, I might get this one, but I don't think I need to. +3 accuracy puts us at 28. And even if we get the other 3, then it would put us at 31. It's still not very much at all. I don't think it's worth it. We're going to do this one for Rock Quintana, so because once again, if we lose that secondary position, I'm okay with him just being a second baseman. +2 power, +2 speed. Absolutely love to see that. Every time we can get those things bumped up a little bit more. So let's do it. 2 power to 75, 2 speed to 64. Don't get the extra bonus power, but I'd love to see the extra speed. We don't get that either. And then are we going to avoid the secondary drop? Yes, we are. So he gets a little bit better. And that puts him at 99 loyalty, which is what we want to see from our 24-year-old core hitter in this lineup. And the rest, I think we're going to pass on just because I want to save this money. Now that we're spending more, I want to make sure we're mindful of that. I am curious, as we simulate to the next game, we now are division leaders. How fun is that to see? As the Pythons drop all the way down to 3rd place. The Maulers are behind us. The Burners are a game and a half behind us. What a competitive division that we have here. And we have to face off against the Maulers and the Burners to finish this season off. So we don't have a break. We don't have a break in the lineup here yet, as this next game against the Burners is going to be another big one. But I am curious. I'm just going to pop in here for a second. Okay, Ramon Lee does get the mojo adjustment there, so that's good to see. Giovanni Mays needs to take a break, unfortunately, so Alex Hernandez stays in the starting lineup. And then Rafael Yuppers, who I'm very disappointed in so far, is going to have to take a seat as well, and Alfredo Levine will get the start in left field. We could truly see a lineup that has no holes in it if we were to have I'm just going to do this just so you could see. If we have fully healthy and a fully decked out lineup like this would be kind of crazy. Look at this offense when we have Babshishin, Sorelli, Rock Quintana, Jerry Love. We have Justice Cologne. We have Giovanni Mays when healthy. We have Glass Snyder. We have Rafael Yuppers when he's hitting the way he should be. And then we have Ramon Lee. Like, there's not a single bad batter in this lineup if they're healthy and if they're producing. So, I mean, at some point you hope to see that. Maybe if we can keep this momentum going and we can get into the playoffs and everyone gets a quick refresh and a reset as we head into the playoffs, this could be a very, very scary lineup. And then we really just need to find one, maybe two, yeah, honestly, just like one big move in the starting rotation and then maybe one move um, in the bullpen, right? So Remy Pollard could be that player that we bring in. I think Remy might be better than uh, Bentley Sicily. Bentley just has the better accuracy though. And clutch, that would be still plus, it's +3 because we're at tier one. It would be +6 if max pressure, which would happen in the playoffs. For Remy, if he gets rally stopper, it's +5 when there's two runners on base, which isn't a lot. That 35 accuracy still scares me though, and it's only he has three off-speed pitches to go with that junk. Only one fastball, an elite curveball, could be really nasty. Bentley Sicily with just clutch, has better accuracy, has two fastballs, two off-speed pitches. Our pitching staff has two lefties and two righties in the starting rotation. I don't know. Does Vincent get it done? I think we at least give him this next pitch or this next outing against the Burners to see what he can do. And if he is able to, then I think we maybe keep him. And if he fails once again, if he struggles, then I think we have to replace him with one of those pitchers. And even if he does okay, we might still replace him just to extend our starting rotation just a little bit more. I want to peek at the league leaders as we're approaching the 2 games left in this season. Rock Quintana has switched places with Braden Sorelli, as Rock has moved up into the 3 spot in the top 10, batting .489, a 1.522 OPS, 7 home runs. He has not hit a home run in a few games now, 11 RBIs and 1 walk. Braden Sorelli has slowed down a little bit, batting .500, which is still really crazy, and a 1.477 OPS, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, 2 walks, 4 stolen bases. And it looks like Jay Tattersall is currently leading the league in the number 1 spot as a starter. He's got 2 complete games. And then we have Romeo Carson, who I'm guessing might be a relief pitcher, 0.00 ERA. Just absolutely insane. Both him and Jay are just crazy. Zuri Herman gets the 4 spot so far, and that's about all that we really recognize here. Maybe Jensen Ferver, but I don't recall who that is. If we take a look at the rest of the league here, Braden Sorelli leading in batting average, followed by Rock, then Jerry, and then Giovanni Mays down there in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spot. For home runs, it's Rock, then Braden and Giovanni are tied for 6 as well. RBIs, Jerry Love with 12, Giovanni Mays with 12, and that's about it. Rock Quintana hits all his home runs with nobody on, so that's why Rock 500 on base, Braden Sorelli at 521, 1,000 or 1/10, 100,000th of a point behind Itzel Dela Cruz. And then Rock Quintana followed by Braden in slugging, and then on base plus slugging or OPS, Rock, then Braden, and then Giovanni Mays on the board as well. Braden leading the league in hits, followed by Rock Quintana, and then Jerry Love tied for 3rd. Extra base hits, Rock Quintana tied for the lead, Braden Sorelli in 3rd place. And then we have runs scored, Sorelli followed by Rock. Then we have stolen bases, Sorelli, Justice Cologne with 3 is on the board. And then we get to pitching. Jacoby Maddox with 3 wins, tied for the league lead. ERA, Edgar Lang with a 1.55 is on the board in the eighth spot, which is nice. We see nobody in WHIP, OBA, or strikeouts. And then we have Edgar Lang in walks per 9, as well as strikeouts per walk. So he has come in and been huge for us pitching wise. And we're going to hope that that continues. But next time out, though, Outlaws will be playing against the Burners. The last time we faced off against them, it was a two-game set in their home park, and we split that series 1-1. So this will be the rubber match against the Burners. We lost 8-3. Vincent Moon pitched that one and got the loss, and then Jacoby Maddox got the win in that one. And I believe that may have been, see, Rory, then Holmes, then Moon, then Maddox. So I think that might have been a Edgar Lang start, the second game against the Burners. So I'll take a look back and see if I can find that out. But either way, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you're having fun. This team is on the cusp of taking the division and just at least making it to the playoffs. Would be amazing to see that happen, and I hope we can make that happen. But we have to get through the Burners and the Maulers to make that a reality. So we'll see you next time out. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments, any feedback, anything you want to hear from me or see from me in future episodes. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.